So here's why every camera you own needs to have a filter on it. Hopefully you can see here on the front of this camera, there's quite a bit of, looks like a little bit of specks there. And those are not coming off. They're on there for good. What I was doing was filming one of the projects I was working on. I was either doing some grinding or welding. And while I was working, I didn't notice that the residue was sparking up on the camera. Now the good news is that this is just a UV filter that screws right off of the front of this. Just about every decent camera is going to have some threads in here over the lens to let you screw on an external filter. This is just a $200 Canon Vixie camera, but most of your good SLR lenses will also have this. And the cool thing is that this only cost $8 delivered from Amazon. Had this not been on here, this camera would have been ruined right now. Pretty much never going to work the same again. So, just buy a new one from Amazon, screw it on, and you're good to go. These filters are also great for protecting your camera lens from just everyday dust and grime and that sort of thing. Most of your camera lenses are very expensive. They're precision instruments, and they're typically coated with a special coating. You have to take a lot of care in cleaning them so you don't scratch them or damage the coating. So it really makes the life a lot easier just to put one of these inexpensive filters on your camera and prevent it from ever getting onto the lens in the first place. Now, as I know, this UV protector is probably one of the most inexpensive and most common filters out there. It really doesn't do much to alter the image your camera is going to see. Before you buy a filter for your camera, you first have to know what size the camera is going to take. And the size of the filter is typically measured in millimeters. Here you can see this one is a 43 millimeter, and this goes on to this Canon Vixie here. Here's an older Canon Vixie, and this one actually takes a 37 millimeter. On some of the lenses, it might tell you what size filter is going to require. Otherwise, you can check with the owner's manual or the specifications on the website where you bought it. If you can tell here, there's looks like a sigma sign, and there's 43, so that's your filter size here. Now here's a Nikon lens, a very expensive zoom lens, and this also has a UV filter, because you can imagine what would it cost to get this thing replaced if I damaged this like I did the video camera here. This takes a 77 millimeter. And here for some reason is a less expensive Nikon, but I never got around to putting a filter on there for some reason, and if you can tell, there's quite a bit of dust on there, so now I've opened up the possibility of me scratching this lens when I go to clean it. It's a bit of foolishness on my part. So if you don't have your inventory of cameras currently protected with a nice inexpensive filter, find out what size you need for your different cameras and head over to your favorite camera store and get yourself protected today. A very small investment might save you a lot of money sometime in the future if you make a mistake like I did.